Hey people, CzarThwomp here, and welcome to episode 18 of Ace Attorney Investigations. Last time, we finished cross-examining Mike Meekins, who was taken in as a suspect by Lang, and we're going to investigate the parks. We went to investigate the parks some more, and we ran into Emma, and as you can see right here, by her sultry grin, just old bag. Much Edgeworth disdain. That's why I ended the episode off last time at right the 25-minute mark. I wanted to make sure that I could savor Edgeworth's pain and suffering at this moment, because it is magical.
Oh, go on, Edgy Poo. Show me anything and I'll tell you all about it.
Very well. What do you think about this?
It's nothing special. Somehow I figured she'd say as much. It's like a lineup of ugly thugs.
You cut to the quick.
Only behind the scenes, I'm the pink badger right now to the kids. But don't you think I'd be more lovable if I kept this headpiece off?
Think of the children! You're the one who wants to keep those sweet dreams alive, right? Amen to that! It speaks for us all. Someone think of the children! Okay, basically, nothing special.
Yet another blue badger? I've had my fill of these things for a lifetime.
Thank you for the extra commentary, but all I wanted was for you to take a look.
Oh, alright, I guess I could do that, but only because it's you, Edgy Poo. What's wrong with this thing? Why is the blue badger wearing sunglasses?
How could she have not noticed all this time?
Thanks to this, people have been taking my picture all day. It's like I'm one of the mascot characters of this park.
It's not like you are the mascot character. Well, one of them, that is.
But you have no idea how hard it is to be one. You're not allowed to talk at all. Taking away my ability to talk has my effectiveness as a human being. You have a hard time not talking, but it seems like such an easy thing to do. Well, you know, youngin', just wait until you're my age, and then we'll see.
Is it possible this loud old lady was once a quiet fair maiden? Ha! Impossible! Oh, please. Old bag, she was probably never young. She probably looked that way when the universe came into existence. The universe was built around old bag. Okay. Let's get into Edgeworth's hell. Why aren't you a security guard at one of the Gatewater hotels the last time we met?
I go where I'm needed. I'm very good at what I do. Unlike the youth of today, I get called in all the time to fill in whenever there aren't enough hands. But enough about me, Edgy Poo. I'm thoroughly dejected right now. I finally get the chance to see you again, and here you are talking with two young girls. Men are all the same. It doesn't matter how old you get to go with young girls. Why the other day I have to do anything. You went to and all it will is to ripen. And you seem to attract all sorts of interesting people, Mr. Edgeworth.
Okay, please, I'm begging you. By all means, do not provoke her any further.
Aren't you forgetting about something, Mr. Edgeworth? This person could be the witness.
Honestly, I hope she isn't, but I don't think fate is going to be so kind today.
I saw what happened. I even saw the exact moment it happened. How's that?
Daddy in sweet heaven, take me now. No, just release Bonk, Mr. Bonk, call up from the pits of hell and have him take me down. I'll even go in the elevator.
So it's true, she is the witness.
I don't suppose I can afford to ignore this old bag.
Yes, it was just a little while ago. I saw it happen right in front of me. The moment of the murder.
You mean to say that you witnessed someone being killed right before your eyes?
Sounds like a pretty important piece of testimony to me.
What old bag witnessed?
I came to the stadium to take a short break. As I was resting, I happened to glance over and saw two men facing each other in the area. That or she was looking for Clavier, just to stalk him out, to make him part of her list
of celebrity dreamboats. Clavier, he saw her coming. Ark! It's that old security guard that's always going. That's this like a black widow. She's like the Grim Reaper. Everyone who sees her dies. Die and protect me.
Oi, Gavin, I'm not protecting your eyes. As I was in, I happened to glance over and I saw two men facing each other in that area. Suddenly there was a loud gunshot and the person who was shot fell to the ground. It was a very terrifying experience, let me tell you. Looks like we hit the jackpot, huh, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, I can't afford to ignore what she has to say. Unfortunately...
What's that unfortunately you tacked on at the end supposed to mean, Edgy Poo? Well, anyways, let's see what we can find out from this little old lady.
You mean you took a break from being the Pink Badger?
You may not think it, but it's hard work keeping kids' dreams alive. You smell of sweet sweat, your hip creaks with pain, you even begin to dream about work.
That's the kind of story that would scar a child for life, you know.
Well, that's why I chose to come here for my break. Come take my break here, whippersnapper. I don't plan on playing the part of the dead badger in front of a bunch of kids.
Sir, what did you see while you were the Pink Badger? While you, the Pink Badger, were resting?
Oh, yes, that, well.
You saw two men. Can you describe them for me?
They look like your average Joe. Completely uninterested, not worth fawning over. I'm telling you, they were so boring that I don't even remember much beyond that.
But did they have any special features? Anything you can recall would be very helpful.
Oh my, don't tell me you're jealous of those two men.
Hey, she's right. You do seem pretty worked up over them, Mr. Edgeworth.
I'm not worked up over it, and I'm not jealous! Oh, please don't encourage, okay?
It's alright, Edgeworth. Those two were just fools compared to a stallion like you. I thought so little of them, I lost interest the instant I laid eyes on them.
Hold it! You're claiming to have seen the exact moment in which the murder took place.
Absolutely, that gun made a terrible racket when it was fired.
You didn't even try to go help that person who got shot?
I'm only one person, you small alky brat. What could I have done? But I took off as soon as I could to find someone who could help.
Two men, one bullet. It's all consistent with what we found out from the body. Sorry, there wasn't exactly a lot of new information to go on in your testimony.
Well, I saw the guy again. I'm sure I could identify him for you. I mean, how do you expect me to remember anything without something to jog my memory?
Self-centered, aren't we?
Well, it was somewhat useful. Her testimony also presents us with a new problem.
Mr. Edgeworth!
Yes?
So about this new problem.
What is that giant grin on your face for?
Do you want me to show you something really nice?
No, thank you.
Don't be so mean. I swear it's gonna be something you're gonna like.
What is that gadget you're holding? Is that a taser? Can we tase, old man?
What you see before you is the secret weapon of a great thief.
Ah, I should have known it would be worthless.
Oh, don't be like that. Ahem. Why do you think now?
Oh, a green screen. I'm so impressed. What is it doing? It's projecting something into the air.
I can input the necessary information to run the simulation now. Once I'm done, I'll increase the projection size to its maximum. Dark skies of evening, when no other bird takes take wing, one alone remains all-seeing. Now witness the true power of real modern-day Robin Hood.
What is this? What is this Matrix hellhole?
This is a recreation of the murder based on the info I input into Little Thief.
Little Thief? I think you're taking the Robin Hood thing a little too far.
Little Thief is actually meant to be a simulator for me to play my thefts. I suppose if I used it like this. Let's see, Miss Holbach said that the two men were facing each other. And then a gunshot rang out and the victim fell to the ground.
Ah, so with this we can inspect the crime scene as if it was in the past.
See? What do you think?
I have to say, I'm impressed by the technology thieves have access to these days.
Well, this is a super secret weapon of the mighty Gatagarasu.
Indeed.
Oh, but there's enough information, or if something is out of place, the recreation could come out a little strange.
In other words, I can use this to authenticate the validity of a witness's testimony.
You got it! And you really catch on quick, Mr. Edgeworth.
Right now, the simulation is a recreation of that witness's testimony. So for now, I should re-examine everything. And if I find anything illogical or strange, I can then ask for clarification.
Feel free to examine anything in the simulator in the way you always do. You can present evidence when you find a contradiction. And if you find something, I've got Little D with me, so you can just let me know, okay?
Begin investigation.
What is this? Some sort of new attraction?
Emma, what do you have to say about science? I was about to say science.
This is amazing! Just feel the power of science!
According to the testimony, the victim fell to the ground here.
That's right, but
if that's the case, then we've already found our first contradiction.
Huh? What? Where?
If this is the real scene of the crime, there's something missing that should be here. Okay.
Maybe she'll just enter the simulation.
Yes, that's it! I find my bearings. Now present the contradiction again. Now I need to review the evidence again. It should go without saying the truth lies from the sea. I don't know. Go on. Preliminaries? This is the contradiction!
Is something wrong with my recreation?
If this is the real scene of the crime, something specific should be here.
And if you think back,
how do we deduce that the other crime scene was not the real one?
I guess we're missing out. There's no blood on the ground here either, right?
Right, the fact that there is no blood here casts doubt on the witness's testimony.
Edgy poo! How can you doubt me like that? Are you calling me a liar?
Yes!
I know what I saw, and I saw the victim get shot down. You know, I don't think she's lying, Mr. Edgeworth.
To be honest, I can't think of a reason why she would lie to me. In that case, maybe there is another explanation for the distinct lack of blood. But the blood was soaked into the costume the victim was wearing. Is it not possible that the victim was wearing a costume?
So you really think that Mr. Deacon was one of the kidnappers?
I think we can reasonably assume that it was a very good chance that he was. And that if he was shot while he was inside one of the costumes...
then Mr. Deacon's blood would be inside the costume instead of on the ground.
Precisely. Now, if only we could prove that the victim was wearing a costume.
You'd think it'd be pretty easy if we could find some footprints. Well, the problem is finding them, since they don't seem to be on the ground.
Footprints, huh? I wonder how we can go about finding some of those.
This is amazing! Just feel the power of science!
Emma, about that method you were talking about for finding footprints.
Finally, my expert knowledge in forensics is needed! Minigame time!
No minigames! Yes, well, can you detect and trace even partial footprints?
Leave it to me! My cutting-edge detection kit can find anything!
Very well, if you could please analyze the footprints in this area.
Okay, stand back now and witness the power of science at work! Something! Look right here!
I don't see anything.
Oh, that's right! Here, put these special glasses on, Mr. Edgeworth!
These footprints were definitely left by a badger costume!
Judging by the way the prints are layered, those seem to be the newest.
Then, we can conclude that the victim was definitely wearing a costume at the time.
Okay, in that case, I'll update Lilith's simulation parameters. I can't wait to see what we find out from this new info.
Looks like the Master Emerald when she projects it. Investigation complete. So the victim was wearing a costume when he died.
And with that, we should be one step closer to the truth, right?
I see the recreation has changed in accordance with the new information. We may be closer, but now something else has caught my attention. What you want? Your testimony, naturally. I'd like to hear it one more time, if you please.
I came to the stadium to take a short break. As I was resting, I happened to glance over and I saw two men facing each other in that area. Suddenly, there was a loud gunshot and the person who was shot fell to the ground. It was a very terrifying experience, let me tell you. So, does this mean that Mr. Oldbag's testimony is a contradiction in it?
Yes, and I believe our best course of action is to compare it with your recreation.
See, I knew Little Thief would be of help. Now let's see if we can pull more information from Miss Oldbag into this recreation.
For that, we must first find the contradiction in her testimony.
Hold it.
Okay. Nothing new. Basically, the real thing is, if the victim was in a costume, how would she have known it was a man? But I want to just see what Oldbag's response are for basically just wrong things. If this is Oldbag's response, that statement just now conflicts with this piece of evidence. That's not fair, Edgy Poo. I didn't even have a chance to prepare myself for your... Just be quiet and listen!
I don't think you're gonna get much out of her with that evidence you just presented. I mean, I don't think it contradicts anything anyways.
Since when did she become Mr. Law Expert?
Since I have my daddy issues, Mr. Edgeworth.
Okay, Oldbag only has one. I knew it. I just wanted to see what Oldbag's penalty responses were because this game actually has some pretty good ones when it comes to just the sheer variety that when you get a penalty. The second game has some really good ones that I am going to be so excited to show off. True man, how'd you know the gender of the two people involved? Seeing as how the victim was wearing a costume at the time. Ah! Furthermore, I have another matter I'd like to inquire about. I'd very much like to know why you failed to mention the costume in your testimony. I'm beginning to doubt if you really witnessed the murder at all. But I'm telling you, I really did see it. I saw it with my very own eyes. From a seat in the second tier. The second tier?
Hey, didn't you say you saw it right in front of you earlier?
That was, I was using the phrase in the metaphorical sense. I see our witness still has a screw loose, in the metaphorical sense. The cushy seats in the second tier are reserved for hotshot VIPs, which is exactly why I go there now and again to take a nap.
I can't see how you would have gotten a good look from there. It's so high up.
Were you able to see even the victim's costume from way up there? Well, I know I saw two people, but I couldn't really see what they looked like because they were in the stage's shadow. My eyesight isn't what it used to be, Not like when I was young. I could spot a man from 100 yards in the street. Of course, they even knows me in a flash, tried to move very easy. I was a careful girl. Let's move on with that. Return to our investigation, shall we, Kay?
You got it.
Investigation part 2. Just trying to make sure. It's a silhouette of the killer with his gun at the ready. Kay, is it not possible to recreate the case of the killer?
Well, I can't exactly input what we don't know into Little Thief.
She has a point. This new silhouette of the victim is in her costume.
The silhouettes can change depending on the information I input. A Little Thief can recreate more than just people. So investigate away. We may find more info in which to make a more accurate sim.
Alright, sounds like a plan. It looks like they broke the stage down.
I guess this means they're done for the day.
Or maybe it's because a different show is scheduled to start its run tomorrow. And then watch how it's like the Rocker Pals. Watch the Clavier's anger. Ah, why do the Rocker Pals haunt me at every turn? Okay, just wanted to make sure before I tried doing this. Boom! If that woman's testimony is to be believed, the matter occurred before the stage was broken down.
Do you want me to input the last bit of info into Little Thief?
Yes, if you please.
Okay! Hey, there's a mic up there! What kind of ninja is the Chairman Ninja? He's no slouch, you betcha! You're the best, Chairman Ninja! Everyone's always trying to thank you! How's that?
Oh, what's that? Out of my sight, you heathen! The German Ninja is inferior to the Samurai franchise!
You know, it'd be really awesome if they put a band together. I can see it now. A great thief and a prosecutor stealing the hearts of millions around the world.
The only instruments I can play are the flute and the piano. Hey, you can still do more than Phoenix! Or, excuse me, that guy.
You can play the flute while playing the piano? That's really fresh.
How many hands do you think I have, woman? Besides, I haven't even agreed on anything yet. Did not mention the gaudy G? There's clearly
a contradiction here.
Please stop stealing my line.
Oh, come on. It wasn't that hard to see it coming, even for a layman like me.
I suppose, in any case, it's not possible for the killer to have stood here that way. Because there was a very real stage set up in this spot at that time.
Yeesh, I told you I got it. You feel the need to explain everything?
Yes, I do, Kay. Yes, well, in any case, we still need to resolve this unusual situation.
It's obvious the killer was on top of the stage, actually. Right, Miss Oldbag?
Yes, I remember now. The killer was standing on top of the stage.
See, now let me update the information in the simulator.
Yeah, I really do like Little Thief. It's a really interesting concept. Well, what do we have here? A bunch of hooligans running amok, I see.
Agent Lang, how nice of you to join us.
Well, I can have you going around messing up my crime scenes.
Agent Lang, we discovered that the real scene of the murder is here, the stadium.
I see. Thanks.
For what?
I'm just trying to show you my appreciation for all the time you saved me, and not how to do with that creepy old lady. Hell, I saw what she was doing to you, so I just stood back and just watched. So I had a bag of popcorn. As Lang Z always says, he who is prepared with popcorn is he who enjoys the show. Who knew that such a strange little toy could recreate a crime scene like that? It's mine now.
Little Thief is not a toy!
Oh, it is a toy, and I will play with it all I want. You two! Sir! And there you have it. You see, big boys like me don't need silly toys, little girl. Now this is a recreation. It's a man's recreation. We just need to add some tight leather to it. Black leather.
Sir, what? Do you still intend to insert that awesome Meekins is the killer?
Of course! Even knowing that the crimes he took place here doesn't let him off the hook. Agent Lang's logic. He gets the same one twice! This is the real scene of the crime. Officer Meekins lay in wait for the victim on top of the stage. And when the victim finally showed, he shot him from on high. That's the truth your little recreation showed.
How far will you go to accuse Officer Meekins of the crime?
He's the most likely suspect we've got, especially given the situation with his gun.
Well, even if he is the killer, at least my recreation was on the mark.
You see, thank you for understanding, my little crow girl.
I'm not some coming crow, I'm the Yakarasu, the Raven of Legend.
Unfortunately, your conclusion has yet to be tested, so let's see how well it hooks up. Looks up.
Hold it.
Looks like we found the real crime scene first.
Ha! Brag all you want, but we don't have all that free time unlike the two of you.
You know what that reminds me of? A dog licking his wounds as he whimpers home.
Well, I guess I should be thankful for all the time you saved me. ZZ. That's how we say thank you in my country.
You're welcome. I hope you realize we didn't do all of this for him.
Everyone does everything for me because I wear tight leather. I sacrifice the feeling in all feeling below the waist to look damn good. But I'm over here now, so I'll be taking over. As I was saying, this is where the crime took place. Officer Meekins lay in wait for the victim. Really? That should be the first contradiction. This is Meekins we're talking about. The guy can barely exit a car door, let alone plan a murder.
Lying in wait. How did Officer Meekins even know the victim was going to come here?
Simple. He was investigating the kidnappers, right? And while he was doing so, he came to understand the victim, Mr. Deacon's movements.
You imply that Meekins is capable! Ha! And why would the good officer want to ambush and kill a kidnapper?
You mean his motive? Who knows, and who cares? Do unto others that they would do unto you! Before they do it to you! And then Mika just jumps out. You can find that out for yourself when you talk to him in jail.
You have no respect for the order of law.
Don't get me wrong, but I need more than there's no motive to convince me otherwise. He's right. The lack of a motive is a rather weak argument by itself. So the officer lay in wait on top of the stage.
Hold it.
So you agree with how our recreation turned out?
Like I said, I'm grateful that you were able to save me some time.
Alright, but we still don't know why he chose to wait on top of the stage and I bit my tongue.
Ugh. Thankfully, it was only the side. Good thing I don't really go wide-mouthed when I'm voicing Edgeworth. Oh, if I was doing my Hifumi voice, that would just be horrible. I'd probably bite the tip of my tongue. Who cares? Maybe he wanted to become the Blue Badger. Who's to say he didn't see the stage and decided to put on a Badger stage show of his own? Or maybe there's a completely different reason. What does that matter? It still doesn't change the fact that Officer Meekins stood up on that stage and shot the victim on the ground below.
Hold it.
So you honestly believe that what you're saying is what really occurred?
Hey, you're the one who came up with this scenario. Are you saying you doubt yourselves?
Touche! Unfortunately, Agent Lang's conclusions do not contradict with our recreation.
Then does that mean it all went down as he said?
No, not quite. I wonder if what we had recreated earlier was the whole truth.
Let's check here. Basically, as you can see, they would have been swapped. Deacon would have been on the stage, and while basically the murderer would have been on the ground. So let's do this.
Objection.
I'm terribly sorry, Agent Lang. I should have warned you that our recreation is incomplete. You couldn't quite unexpectedly after all.
What's that supposed to mean? We'll answer that question in the next episode. Anyways, I really appreciate that you were to watch this episode. You're a great viewer. If you come back for the next one, if you like the video, like, subscribe, comment, share, do whatever that you want. And with that, I'll see you later. Bye.